back to another exciting edition of WeBeWhisky. I'm Randy.
I am Sean.
And I'm Nadine.
By the way, my last name's O'Brien. I don't want to publish that too much, but you can see Randy is paying homage. He's got his SOB hat on. I'm an SOB. You're an SOB.
Yeah. We're all SOBs.
Wouldn't you like to be an SOB too?
I'm an NFL. Love football.
Yeah, right? NFL. She's
Anyway,
flawless.
So, episode 17, I believe, of WeBeWhisky. 17! And today we are going back to another edition of the brown bag.
Oh, this is not a brown bag.
Yeah.
No, so Randy spent some money on this, and so this is actually an attractive gift bag.
Yeah, it is.
Scotch.
Yeah, from the dollar store. But
Either way, the intention is the same. We don't really know what it is, other than it's liquid. It's basically liquor colored.
Clear, like it
smells like booze. It's probably Scotch, and that's all we know, right?
And we just opened it. I mean, I bought it, so I know what it is, but I haven't.
So are we getting a neck
tasted
pour in this?
That is neck pour. Yes. I just opened it before, and we dumped it in the glasses.
Why didn't we pre-drink this, and then we wouldn't have? We would still not know.
Well, no, we want to come at this as complete blind. Blind. No talking. I haven't talked to you about it. I haven't talked to you about it.
So anyway,
but it smells delicious.
Let's see what we.
So by deduction, it's definitely Scotch.
Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is Scotch whiskey.
Okay. Scotch.
So
absolutely, yep.
It is a blend.
Is that?
Yes.
So there's no age statement. That's what you're saying.
No age statement on it. No.
It's got a sweet smell. Very sweet.
However, is it a single malt, Randy? In other words, was it blended at the same distillery?
No. It is
truly a blended.
It is a blend, and it is a.
So this is Johnny Walker-esque.
A whiskey maker. I think they call themselves. So it's more than just a bottler.
Okay.
Because they actually do buy their own spirits, and they
blend it with others. But they do it all in one, so it's still a single malt.
No,
because technically a single malt is made all in the same distillery, but it can have other whiskeys with it. So as long as it's blended by
the same distillery. These guys
they bring it in from elsewhere.
Yeah, they don't distill it themselves. They buy from different
other distilleries.
Yeah, they bring it in and mix it all together.
All right.
They put it in their own casks, right?
Right.
So they age it in their own warehouse.
Right.
But they don't actually distill it. So that's why they call themselves whiskey makers rather than a distiller. And they're more than just a bottler.
But is it Scottish?
Yes.
It's Scottish.
Yes.
It's
Scotch. It is Scottish, yes.
But it is not a single malt.
So, no. And if anybody out there, before we do the big reveal, if you Google whiskey maker, you'll probably come up with the because this is the only.
It's quite thick. Like when I look from a long way away, I can see again the thick legs that are traveling down.
Yeah, but these are spread legs. These are not as close together as the other legs.
Yeah, like look at Randy's glass.
Yeah, no, I'm looking. I'm seeing it. I got it.
But you have to kind of step back a little bit.
Its legs are spread.
Yeah.
There's no added color to it.
No.
It doesn't say it.
You can see that.
Actually, I think on the bottle, if I remember, it said it's non-chill filter.
Non-chill filter.
Yeah.
No, okay. But yeah, that straw-like color is, very indicative of probably not a very robust barrel.
Look at all this going down.
Yeah, like I said, but look at the distance between the legs. You can see the legs are spread. They're not like they're not close together. They're not it's not a prudish woman. It's more kind of relaxed.
Okay, so what do you get on the nose?
On the nose.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely sweet.
It's fruity.
Yeah,
fruity.
Yeah, and
like
so
apple,
dry fruit,
pear,
apricots, pears, apples, very. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely not your typical Islay Scotch for sure.
Oh no, it's not. There's
There's no real.
There's no real
There's no
smoke on it. No,
No.
not on the nose
No.
that I can detect.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Top note sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't, you know,
But
it's
it's
not
very
alcohol-y.
sweet. There's a lot of honey. I mean, like honey is huge in this. Yeah.
Yeah?
So like honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that it's going to be bad.
No.
Like I do, I
Oh,
like,
no, goodness,
I like
no.
fruit-forward scotches.
It's like,
much
it's like
more.
Farrah Smith
For-
apple.
Yeah.
For a
Oh,
handful of viewers, I want to say that we don't necessarily focus on the peaty scotches, even though
No.
the last few episodes have focused on more peatiness.
Yeah.
But this one, but not all episodes do, and
No.
this is one of those times where we're deviating from the normal, sort of.
The art
flag's
bag.
gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's
This
it's
is
over
not.
there now.
This is not an art bag episode.
No, it's not an art bag episode. For
Oh,
sure.
but speaking of art bag,
Oh.
you were going to. I'm sorry. We're just going to kind of transition back to episode
right,
number
yeah.
15, where Sean and I were kind of less than.
Less than
You
inspired.
did the barbecue,
Inspiring.
right?
Yeah,
The
the
bazaar
barbecue.
But Nadine had a different opinion.
I had it after because I had to work. So these guys,
Yeah, she couldn't partake.
so I couldn't partake.
Yeah.
So I had it after,
Might
and
have
I'm
been an
like,
interesting haircut.
this is really good. It's like it tasted more mellow. The top note, I really liked it because it was just a little bit smaller in overall body and flavor and everything, including the swallow. But it was an art bag, so I feel like an art bag, because you guys have done lots of art bags, that you feel like it should be more front, more full-bodied and everything. But I really liked it. I
You
really enjoyed
you got
it.
the barbecue
Yeah,
smoke.
you got
on
the
it.
Yeah, you
barbecue
got the
smoke on
smoke,
it.
You got the rib taste on it?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100% on the very
Yeah.
first taste.
Yeah.
But it just mellowed out as you.
I still think we need to go to barbecue sauce, personally, but I'm just saying. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
moving on. But
Yeah.
thank
All right, so back to this.
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So,
So
where
shall
are we
we
at? So,
take a
Nadine and I are fully
Yeah.
in the dark about this scotch. We don't know.
Yeah.
Randy's already peeled the label back and he's seen what's or curtain back. I mean, and he's seen
So it's-
the wizard, but we have not as yet.
So it's kind of fruit forward.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
pear.
Lots of honey, loads and loads and loads of honey.
Apple. I had
Even on the initial taste,
Granny
it's,
Smith apples on
it's
there.
really
Granny Smith,
fruity.
yeah, it's hearty.
Yeah.
Pear,
Yeah,
I would say
go
pear,
there.
Yeah, pear as
pear
well,
and
yeah.
apple. Granny Smith apple.
Yeah, that sharp green
Yeah,
apple. I'm
yeah,
not
the
there
green
yet.
apple is definitely
But
right up there.
honey.
Yeah, and honey
Okay.
maybe
Yeah,
after.
Linda, honey.
No, the
Linda,
palate.
listen, honey.
hmm I like it because it's not full of alcoholiness. It's
Sure, it is for
On the nose, anyways.
yeah. Well,
getting a
even on
little-
the palate, on the first taste, it's like it's really smooth. It's not like ugh.
There's this.
I'm getting a little bit of that alcohol burn, but I am still getting the apple flavors in it, right?
I am
the
not
fruit.
staying with the tour. I'm still on the nose. Okay.
You're not getting what? It's like praying, you know. When you take a sip, it's just
Yeah.
like no other outside interference. Just
I know it.
let me
We have
taste.
dead air sometimes because we're thinking about it.
The nose
But-
does not belie the flavor. Nope.
What did you say?
Do you think
The nose and the flavor,
The flavor don't match up?
are rapidly, like polar opposites. This
so what
is
do you get on the
musky,
flavor?
musky,
Yeah.
and dank. Like
Well,
now on the finish, it's very sweet.
yes. it is
On the
very
finish,
sweet
you
on the
do
finish.
you do
Yeah.
get the back to
But-
that
but
green
initially-
apple, honey.
Initially, it's like, oh,
I'm going to
Oh,
try
it's-
it with
it's-
a little bit of water and see what that does.
I'm starting to learn that the second sip is actually the one that determines it all before you actually get into that. But that is like, wow. Like I'm actually gobsmacked at the difference between the nose.
No, it was what you were.
And that initial taste, like, it was like.
But then it went back to the nose.
But then it
after.
went back to the nose right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the finish is like, oh, there's all
now
the
take the
nose.
second sip. I'm
I'm just looking forward to that.
Oh.
But so I want to also point out that there was nothing really spicy on the tongue on this one either.
No, nothing really spicy.
No.
I mean, initially I had that fruit flavor.
Yeah.
And
But not like Kool-Aid fruity, but
No.
but kind of more sophisticated dried fruit.
not Fruit Loops or anything like
No,
that.
no, but sophisticated dried fruit in
Yeah.
alcohol, like
Yeah.
like apricot and
Yeah.
dried pears and
Mm.
apple,
With that little
sweet
bit
apple.
of water, I think the fruit
even tart apple.
comes through more.
I just had a little, like I didn't throw up in my mouth, but like a little bit of.
It wasn't
It
that
came
bad, right?
close.
but that flavor came back, and boy, I'll tell you, it was like a whole orchard of dried fruit. It was like there was so many different things going on.
Yeah, it got very complex after
Yeah,
you just
it
wait
did.
a little bit.
Yeah. So
You might want to hold on to that whole orchard concept, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An orchard full
That's
of
a
dried
big
fruit.
clue. That's a big clue.
Okay, orchard.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, second sip.
Okay, here we go. Second sip.
Oh, and for all our viewers, we gave you the first clue was whiskey maker. You Google that. The second clue is orchard. So now you should know exactly what we're drinking.
We still don't know.
Yeah. Get those thumbs working.
So,
So what do you think about the
Bring it
alcohol
home, Sean.
content?
It's
What are
there's
you looking at for alcohol?
I'm
Is
gonna-
this 40%?
no. This is
No.
this is a little bit north of 40.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. I think this
I'm gonna go like 46 to 48.
this hits
somewhere.
my perfect spot there
Yeah.
at 46.
46.
Which you nailed it.
There you
Yeah.
are. Perfect.
You need 46 in order to kind of carry everything, right?
Yeah,
So,
you do. It needs a
Yeah.
little bit of
Yeah.
like a little hype behind it, and
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's a very balanced drink. Like I would truly enjoy this just with just in company.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just hanging out with people, maybe playing a game of crib or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want a cigar with this, but I would definitely like to just sit back, play a game on the veranda, and
But what do you think about you're having this with charcuterie board with cheese?
no, you know what's
I think
leaving.
some nice brie would go well. With
Do you
that,
know?
You know?
Do you know what I think? This
Camembert?
to me.
I'm worried that all of that charcuterie board will overpower the flavor.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree
yeah.
with you. I think this is a
Yeah.
pork chop and applesauce kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like so?
This,
Yeah.
yeah. This is a
Yeah, I agree
sweet,
with that.
sweet tender pork applesauce. Maybe something with like some sweet potatoes on the side. Maybe sweet potato pie with that pork and some greens. Oh,
Or do you
baby,
think
yeah.
maybe even
Yeah.
just before dinner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It
like
would
it's
totally
a
sink.
precursor.
Yeah,
Like it would
yeah.
set my palate up
Yeah.
for that meal.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, this would totally sing on that kind of.
Absolutely. This is southern. This is southern pig roast. This is, like I'm picturing myself in a Baptist church backyard.
Drinking whiskey?
Oh, yeah. Church is over,
Hmm.
right? So now we're sitting there. We got like the pig is on the spit. We're enjoying it. You can smell the apple in the air.
Yeah.
You can the apple wood smoke and the
I've
pig,
done that, and this
Yeah,
would be like
that is
so
absolutely. We're right
good.
there with that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the applesauce to follow.
yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
But I do agree with you. The pig, the
Yeah.
applesauce,
This is a
the
pork
the
Scotch.
apple
Yeah, sure.
cake
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
maybe vanilla ice cream to top it all off, and sips of this. Yeah, a
Yeah.
beautiful pairing
Okay.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So there we are. You can get fully porked with this Scotch. If only.
Okay. All right.
So
You
what
did
are we
water,
rating
right?
this?
I did a little bit of water.
And?
You guys want a little bit of water?
Yeah, I'm gonna try some water
And I
in this
think it
now.
opened up on the palate a bit.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Because I get
excited.
more of that fruity flavor coming through on the palate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I definitely get the
Cost. Where is this bottle
It's
whiskey?
like
Randy, you said it was about $70.
$70. So it's not going to break the bank at all. You know, it's not a bottom of the barrel Scotch, but
I actually wouldn't have put it at $70.
So,
I would have rather paid $50 for this.
$50 for it. Yeah.
As smooth as it is.
$50.
You know, like this other one that we did
$50
another
Scotch.
episode ago, was definitely a little bit more worth the money.
Yeah, the cost.
It would have went very good with
That's what we should.
with the charcuterie board.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We should go to Scotland. We should open a decommissioned distillery.
Yeah.
And we should make $50 Scotch.
$50 Scotch.
$50 Scotch.
Okay, so we've
It's
covered,
a
I think,
$50
every
Scotch.
time.
Wait, I haven't tried
We
it.
have a list of stuff
With
that we're
water.
supposed to.
The water,
All right,
in
let's
my
talk.
opinion,
Okay, we can't
from
talk
the
about.
top, it didn't change because it did change without the water,
Okay.
and then it went back to the fruitiness.
Okay.
This, just consistent all
Okay.
the way down. Yeah.
Okay. So
There's
you didn't think that the water brought out the fruitiness again? No.
Consistent fruitiness.
Okay.
It didn't.
Oh, it didn't change
change.
Okay.
Yeah, and then come back.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lighter version of
Yeah,
what we just
and
had.
but it's continual. It's
Yeah,
the same.
it didn't change.
It didn't
Okay.
change.
There
It
was
doesn't
no.
change.
There was. I mean, it certainly gave it a different texture. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I can certainly isolate the spiciness more on the center of the middle of my tongue. But beyond that,
It kind of boring it out.
Didn't.
it didn't make it boring. But it. Well, no, you're right.
It did.
I would say that it is like when you look at a vibrant color and then you look at its pastel equivalent, and that's where I'm at.
And then-
It's just that sort of
exactly,
more
it just kind of-
velvety. A little
Yeah,
bit
more velvety.
Yeah.
A little bit easier, but
Yeah.
still.
Yes, a little bit.
Pairing with, I would just straight up, I wouldn't even do the pork, I would just do the applesauce.
I also want to mention, this is more of a winter Scotch too. I'm feeling more in the belly rather than the throat. So I'm
I don't
thinking.
know. I would disagree. Like, I think this is a summery Scotch because
Yeah.
of all of the fruitiness.
No, I don't
Right?
disagree with the fruitiness. However, when I've talked to people about summer and winter Scotches, the winter Scotches tend to warm the belly,
Okay.
whereas the summer Scotches tend to warm the throat. And this one I would say definitely warms the belly. That's another. It's like to me it is like comfort food. It's like macaroni and cheese. It's like a warm hug that's followed by a big ass pork dinner with lots of fucking applesauce and nice root vegetables and greens.
Yeah. So
And I want some
on
cornbread on the side because you got some
I
cornbread.
mean, we do a lot of peaty Scotches.
Yes.
But when we haven't done a lot of fruit forward Scotches.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, we
So-
haven't. No.
And this is
Yeah.
totally fruit
And
forward.
this is totally, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I really like it.
I do.
That's
That's why
I
think
actually like it with a little bit of water.
Do you?
2 in a row.
Yeah.
That is
I think I like it
unusual
better
for
with
me.
water.
Mm-hmm.
Better with water?
Well,
Better with
I
water?
wouldn't say it's better. It's more mellow with water.
Yeah.
So that was just the applesauce pairing instead of the pork chop and the applesauce before the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually quite like it with the water. I think I would, and I also want to mention too that I've been warming this a little bit with my hands, and I
Okay.
actually quite like it with a little bit of warmth
A
in
little
it.
warmth on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it was chilled, I would feel less inspired. But I really find that the softness and the pastelness of it
Yeah.
comes out when it's warm.
That's a good word.
Yeah,
pastel.
that pastelness.
Yeah.
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 That's sort of, it's like smeared. It's not, there's no really sharp
Yeah.
edges to this. It's very, very,
No,
kind
very
of-
smooth, very, very.
very,
Where do you come in
Soft.
on the rating?
On grade, maybe an 82. The price point is high.
Yeah.
It's really mellow, even without water. It's mellow no matter what you do with it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's just, but it's good though. Like for
Yeah,
a
it's
non-complicated,
pleasant enough, yeah.
it's
It
pleasant.
is,
It's super
yeah.
pleasant.
Yeah.
But the variations, I'd say it's about an 82.
on the hiccup, I love the fruitiness of it.
Like, because, and I'm going back to the stuff that we've had, the art bags and that kind of stuff, right? And it's
really hard.
It's been a while since
When you
we've
drink,
done
you get hiccups.
something like
I never knew that.
rosé or anything like that, right?
It's
There's
really
not-
hard not to go back
No.
to something that you have experienced in the past. But if you want a nice, pleasant, even experience, get it.
Yeah.
Nancy's putting up the squirrel again.
Get it.
There you
Oh,
go, the
God.
squirrel.
The squirrel. You have to actually.
Yeah.
You should turn that around in front of the camera and
Yeah.
let it run by.
She did. She did.
Oh, you did. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's why I saw the back. That's
Yeah, you know what? I think I would agree. Sub 85. I think I would grade it just slightly higher, 83. But still, it's because of the price point, but it still it's a pleasant drink.
I like its fun and whimsical nature.
Yeah,
I think it's great on the couch when you
Yeah.
want to watch a movie and you don't want to
Yeah.
have a glass of wine. You want to have a little bit of, something a little bit smaller, 1 ounce-ish, and not feel like, you can't concentrate on the movie. Have
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I see myself lapping this up like a kitten before
Too much.
milk.
Too much.
In about 3 hours before the pig's done, right? And
then you can go on to
and
something
then we
that's a
go
little
on
heavier.
to something a little heavier,
Yeah, yeah.
probably a wine of some sort to go with that
Yeah.
that pork and applesauce, just to pull that off to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally would be like 3 hours in front of the fire, just turning this and hyper focused on ADHD like this would be perfect.
Yeah. Now, do either of you get smoke on
No.
the end of the
No.
palate on
None,
this?
nothing. Nope. Not
So
not
one
even
of the
a hint.
reviews that I looked at said that there was just a very hint of smoke on it. I don't get that hint. of
Some
smoke.
people's
I don't-
taste
yeah.
is all in their mouth, and I gotta say,
Yeah.
like cretins will not find the high notes in this; they'll find the smoke, right? Because they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Zero smoke on that.
Yeah, I don't get smoke on it.
I don't get smoke on this.
No.
I get fruit.
No. Just
But anyways,
and my grading on this is going to be a solid 83.
solid 83.
Yeah,
You want to give us a bottle?
yeah. Let's reveal.
I
Let's
can't
reveal
wait
it.
to see what it is.
What is it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Pull
hold
it
on a
out there.
second.
Whip it out, Sean.
Whip it out. I can't whip it out. Here we go.
I can't wait.
There it
I'll
is.
turn it around so we can see it.
There it is. Okay.
And it's a compass box,
It is a Compass Box
Orchard House.
Orchard House. So, and you can see, like, look at all the apples here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at that.
pears and-
That just says pig, right? Apples and pig. They go together perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen a pig without an
Yeah,
apple?
yeah. Hold it up so they can see it. Yeah. Huh.
May I?
But exactly.
You may.
Yeah.
So can we
Orchard
try
House.
one without the neck pour?
Scotch whiskey maker.
You can. Sure.
That's very pleasant. I'm very impressed that we kind of nailed it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
I
did.
would say
We did.
fragrant, sweet, and balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree one little bit.
46%. You
Yeah.
nailed that.
Yeah.
Right? So it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did good.
It was.
We
it was a,
actually know what we're
It's
talking
very
about.
good.
yeah, it was a pleasant Scotch.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
Thrilled.
just straight up pleasant.
I,
Yeah.
I just want to say I
So this is the Scotch for movie night.
Yeah.
and
like-
pig night.
Yeah, if you want to sit in front of the,
Yeah.
and
You
rotate
want to
that,
eat pig.
Yeah.
which
This
is very
is the
good.
Scotch to eat pig too.
But
Yeah. So if you're barbecuing pork chops or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that, you know.
I really like
Yeah.
it. Where'd
If
you
you're
get it?
smoking a boar,
I got it at Kensington Wine Market.
excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done, Ray.
Very nice.
So
Yeah,
Nice, pleasantly surprised. Perfect. I love it.
absolutely.
not bad.
The only problem with this bottle, it's too full.
It's still full. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? We're gonna work on that.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Cheers.
let's drink more and eat pig.
It was very good, Randy. Good choice.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like this.
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
very good.
All right.
I think that it's definitely an add to everybody's Scotch cabinet. I really do.
I want to
Especially
say,
if you have a girl in the mix, just do it.
yeah, this is a girl Scotch.
Yeah.
I
Or an
really,
entry level.
Well-
Or an entry level.
well, no, but I think ladies like this.
Even the guys would like this because a lot of
Guys
a lot
over
of
me,
people.
they're guys
well,
over me.
Scotch, well, no, it's all about Scotch. It's like, well, I don't like peat. I don't like too much of this, too much of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is like a really nice
But if you
entry
like
level.
Al and Pig, then you'll like
Very
Yes.
very vibrant. Yeah.
And you know what? And I do like these fruit forward scotches.
In the Scotch world, or the newbies in the Scotch world, this is a Scotch that introduces them to something other than, well, it's Scotch
peach.
got too much peach, blah
Yeah,
blah blah blah. This is beautiful.
Because there's a lot of people that don't like peats.
and because of that,
Yeah.
everybody should add this to their cabinet. Whether
just you know what? This is a whimsical, fun little Scotch
Yeah.
that has a squirrel in front of it
Yeah.
and an orchard.
And thanks everybody for watching. Like and subscribe if you like what we're doing,
Absolutely.
or even if you don't.
And even
Like
if
and
you
subscribe.
don't, you should
Cheers.
like it. Like, holy fuck! Hold on a minute.
Sean is always
Fucked up.
all right.
cheers, everybody.
Yeah.